What's up, party people? For those of you who are new to this channel, new to seeing my face on the internet, allow me to introduce myself. My name is John Fountain. I go by F, and the channel that is showing you this video right now is called Fountain's Pen Cartoons. I've spent the majority of my adult life helping to create and direct and do character designs and do lots of other stuff for cartoons you may be familiar with. Some of them are The Fairly Odd Parents, My Life as a Teenage Robot, Invader Zim, Rick and Morty, South Park, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But for the past 3 years, I've been putting a tremendous amount of my effort towards building this channel. The reason I started this channel was because when I first got active on social media, which was really just about 4 years ago or so, I was overwhelmed by how many young, struggling animators were out there who couldn't get a break. And by a break, I mean they couldn't get any experience in animation because they couldn't get a job, and they couldn't get a job because they couldn't get any experience in animation. It's that whole, catch-22 situation. And I don't know. It really struck me how many incredibly talented people there are out there who just needed practice, who just needed an excuse or reason to really get their hands dirty and practice making cartoons. So that's why I started this channel. I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to put together an online program where I will personally sort of mentor people in the process of making cartoons from beginning to end, and give people who otherwise weren't getting the opportunity the chance to get some real life experience, because I'm a big believer in the whole philosophy of learn by doing. So that's why I started this channel, and the whole idea was, there are lots of animation mentorship programs out there, and many of them are really terrific, but they can also be very costly. And depending on where you live, it might not be available where you are, or it was, a lot of them are just very complicated. So my whole thing was, if we're going to bother sort of learning how to do this stuff, why don't, instead of making demo reels, why don't we just make actual cartoons? Because one of the things I had noticed was that the independent animation sphere had really started to take off, and people were doing really cool, interesting things. Audiences weren't so much attached to things that were necessarily slick looking as they were stuff that looked sincere and looked like the people who were making it were having a good time. And I thought to myself, well, geez, we could do that. And so the whole idea was, I was going to start this channel, bring in a bunch of people who were eager to gain some experience and learn as we go, and put cartoons up along the way and share them with you. And from the very beginning, I sort of made it my mission, particularly while working with so many people, who, like I said, were not experienced and whatnot, to not ask for money. It was our goal right out of the gate to sort of get our bearing, get our feet wet, sort of get a feel for how to do this and how to make these things first, and do some stuff and show you what we're capable of, all for free. And that's been our goal from the very beginning. And from the start, I didn't know if it was going to work at all. I didn't know if it was going to work a little bit. Well, as it turns out, it's working really well. And so ever since we started, I thought I was going to get maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 people to sign up and join and make cartoons with. And currently we're at we're at 40 or 50, and it's going gangbusters, and we are learning as we go, and we're having a blast doing it. And from the very beginning, I said to everybody, we're going to make this a channel. We're going to make it a channel, a community. We do all of our production work through, online sources and stuff like that. So we have people literally from all around the globe contributing to Fountain's Pen cartoons. All for the love of the craft, all for the desire to gain experience and knowledge and all that about making cartoons. And we are having an absolute blast. Uh, However, one of the things we've sort of come across, and I said from the very beginning, we should not necessarily expect the channel to like blow up overnight or anything like that. Nobody's, but one of the things I did say is that if we ever get to the point where the channel, gets enough subscribers to monetize, that I will not keep any of the money myself. For any money that the YouTube channel makes, I will be the very last person to see a dime of it. It will go to everyone who is working with me to make these cartoons. And by the way, we've kept our expectations extremely realistic. I said that from the very beginning, even if and when we do get monetized, it's not like anyone's going to be getting rich off of it. But the whole sort of milestone of becoming a monetized channel just became very important to me as a thing to give to all of my crews who are making the cartoons you see on this channel, just as a sign that, hey, this is an opportunity to build something here. And, as I'm sure you've noticed in the past couple of years, the independent animation sphere has just blown up like gangbusters. But a lot of people have bigger names than me behind their projects, and a lot of people are doing crowdfunding and Kickstarters and all that stuff. And again, I take nothing away from those folks. That is great. But we were, as I said, committed to doing this for free, and with at least at first, until we can show you a good sample of what it is we're doing. Cut to last week, and and the whole time we're doing this, we're like, okay, we need 1,000 subscribers. We've far surpassed that. Our subscribers are past 5,000 now. We're knocking on the door of 6. But the real hurdle that we're staring at right now is that when we first started this, the viewer watch hours required by YouTube in order to monetize was 2,000. Shortly after we started the channel, it became 4,000. Now, that's a lot, but, especially once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we're like, okay, we can do this. We can absolutely do this. Because part of the problem is most of our cartoons, which are the big draw for this channel, most of our cartoons are less than 3 minutes long. So, you can go ahead and do the math. Reaching 4,000 within 365 calendar days is kind of challenging. Well, last week, it went from being 4,000 watch hours to 8,000 watch hours. Or at least it will be as of February. So, the reason I'm making this video is to impart upon you that we would really, 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 really love to hit that 4,000 watch hours before the February deadline. If we can hit 4,000 before February, that will put us in a position where we can join the partnership program with YouTube, be monetized, and we will have reached that milestone. And again, please understand, we are all aware of the fact that just getting monetized is not going to be enough to put big money in anybody's pockets or anything like that. But it's just a milestone we want to reach so that we can say, look, we're here, we did it, we are part of this game, we are part of the sphere, and it would just mean a lot. And so as the person who started this hullabaloo, I would like to really, really, really encourage you to have a look through this channel. And by the way, I'm not asking anyone, if you see the stuff that we make on this channel and it's not your cup of tea, no harm, no foul. Completely understand. But if you know somebody else who might like it, please spread the word. Help us reach 4,000 watch hours before February. I've done the math and it's completely obtainable. but it is gonna take your help. So please, please, please have a look at what we've got to offer on this channel. Give it a view, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you like it. But more than anything, please share, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with people you know who might respond to it. Because, like I said, it would just really mean a lot to me to be able to say to um, all of my crews of wonderful, wonderful people who are spread all around the globe, who are doing this just in their spare time, just for the love of the craft. It would mean a lot to me to be able to say to them, look, here, we did it. Your hard work has paid off. We're monetized. We are part of this game now. So, as I said, I'm not asking you to do anything that, goes against your character. If this content is not for you, I completely understand. Not everything is for everybody. But please just have a look. And if there's stuff on here, we have a wide variety of things. We have the cartoons themselves, which I'm sorry, are absolutely terrific. And that's not me bragging about me. That's me bragging about what a great job all my crews are doing. There's the cartoons themselves. If you are interested in the machinations and tales from my animation career, I've got a whole bunch of videos detailing everything significant from my animation career. I give tips on creating your own independent channel. I give tips on world building, on writing, on drawing. And then on top of that, we have the podcast that we do, Chasing the Nightmare, which is where the crews sit down and have a conversation about what it's like to make an independent cartoon. There's all kinds of stuff on this channel that is worth checking out. So please take a minute to explore what we've got to offer, see if it's for you, and if it is for you, please delve into it. Give us your eyeballs, and if your eyeballs enjoy what we're doing, please, please, please help spread the word. Help us reach 4,000 watch hours before February. Anyway, that's it. I want to reiterate that the reason I'm so emphatic about this is because if you could see just how much fun we're having, but also just how hard everyone is working and how sincere they all are in their love for animation, I think you would be inspired to share this with other people. So thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. And we hope to entertain you. On that, zigga zigga, party people.